Hi, and welcome to my poetry reading. I'm Carol Hatfield, and I'll be reading a couple of new poems um, written in the last year, and also some poems from my book. I don't know if that comes out backwards and on the video, but it's called Diary of the Soft World, and I'll read a couple of poems out of the book. So anyway, I'm going to get started, and there might be a few cats that show up in the video, so I hope that's okay. Anyway, I want to explain that I'm a musician as well as a writer, and oh, here comes the cat now. Hi, Taz. Um, and I'm in a. Hi, Betty. He's making his debut. um, my sweetie and I are in a duo that play early classical music, Renaissance, Baroque, early Baroque. We're also in a trio with a friend of ours who's a flutist. And my sweetie and I are also a rock duo. We're called American Crow. And we play good old classic rock, Tom Petty, um, oh gosh, John Mellencamp, things like that. And that's why this poem came to me, because I'm a fan of this person I'm about to read about, and this poem is dedicated to her. So anyway, let's start with that one and see what you think. It's called Janis. It's not that she is yanking souls, she's stirring them and hollering at them to walk. Walk on the water, on the river of blues you didn't know you harbored. Burn the boats and rise up. In your gut, flowers melt and turn into a fistful of gems. Throw them, throw them. God, look at them. Look at those crooked stars. We stand beneath them, showered in the shining, and naked all together. For Janis Joplin. Okay, we're going to switch gears completely. This next one is from the book. It's called Department Store, age 10. And this is a true story of when I was a kid in a store down in the Holler in Kentucky with my grandma and some family members. And this event just stuck in my head. So, of course, I had to write about it. Okay, Department Store, age 10. As the woman careened past, she knocked every semblance of myself onto the hard tile floor, scattered and rolling somewhere between the sweet scents of the perfume counter and the vivid hues of the lipstick display. Withering on my stem, and so certain of my position of just below the beautiful, Grandma gripped my hand. "Oh, she's just putting on the dog," she said, with a sideways growl. Her voice, the shining scythe of experience, clearing the weeded clutter and filling me with flowers. Okay. We're going to jump around a little bit more. This next poem is called Grandfather Cedar. I am part Cherokee, Eastern Cherokee. And there are many poems that come to me that are very, very earth related. And this was a particular cedar tree, a very large one, where I used to keep my old Appaloosa mare, Jet. And I sort of had a friendship with this tree. You might think I'm crazy for saying that, but so be it. I love trees, and this one was very special. So, Grandfather Cedar. A holy person. Do not call him old man. I untangle his hands and feet from anxious morning glory vines. They want to color him purple and white. What he needs, he asks for, but not in words. Grandfather Cedar, the doves clap as they jump from your wild hair, and I laugh at your crazy wind dance. You holy person, you green spirit, you grandfather of all seasons. Okay, my last poem is actually a newer one. I have a mule. She's a little white mule, and her name is Andromeda, as in Andromeda Galaxy. And I've had her for many years now, and we have a very strong bond. And she's quite beautiful. Actually, I think she looks like a unicorn. And of all the years I had her, I never wrote a poem for her, which I thought was kind of shameful. So one day I was hanging out with her while she was grazing. I was just hanging with her in the field, and this poem came to me. She looks like a little white cloud, and that's why this occurred to me. It's called Cloud on the Ground for my mule Andromeda. Never one to be lost in fog, she calls it to her. She shines white as any opal with a quiet fire in the belly. The fog holds the 4-beat drum of her pearl hooves and keeps it all to itself. The sky recognizes her, molds and forms soft cotton sculptures in her honor. Cloud on the ground she is. With one flick of her tail, the rain obeys, and we ride the afternoon on a veil of gray, iridescent at the core. So she makes me feel like a pearl, too. Anyway, those are my poems for today. And I hope you will join me in the future for some more poems. And you're welcome to join me online. I have a WordPress page called inotherwords.vision. And please join me there and read poems for free. And thank you very much for joining me.